everyone. It's Melissa Faust from stampwithmelissa.com. Welcome to my Tuesday Night Live video. It has been 17 long years since we've been together. Obviously, I'm totally kidding. It has not been 17 long years, but it's felt like it. I both simultaneously feel like I got home from Mexico 2 hours ago and I got home from Mexico 2 years ago. So that's where we're at. That's just where we're at. Anyway, hello. Oh, yes. Okay. Deborah says she's excited to see this bundle. I know it's a good one. I missed you guys too. I really did. It's kind of funny because so while I was in Mexico, my day job, I had my 2-year anniversary at my day job. And I thought about it while in Mexico. But then on Monday, my bosses were like, did you celebrate? And I was like, I don't even remember what I was doing that day. So I was like, you know what? While we were there, I was thinking like, oh, I should just, if I want to do whatever, instead of posting pictures, that's what I'm going to do. And now I'm like, no, I'm really glad I posted pictures because at least I know what I did each day because all the days just blend together. Anyway, so I apologize for my crazy hair today. If you watched my stories earlier, I went on a walk. It was raining this morning, so I went on a walk like midday. And then I went this afternoon with my mom to go get some flowers. And man, it was windy. And this is what happened. So I don't tame it. I let it do what it wants. So anyway, I know I feel like it's been forever too. So oh my gosh, I miss you guys so much. I have so much to share about Mexico, but not in this video. Okay. I'm hoping to get something filmed this week so it can go up this weekend on Saturday. And if that doesn't happen, it will go up next Saturday. But the goal is this week. It's just, you guys, I can get pretty chatty. So I just have to see how everything plays out. But anyway, I wanted to share a few things before I get started with today's card. Man, it really does feel like it's been forever, doesn't it? I was like getting everything all set up and I like forgot to turn a light on and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, hold on. I got to like do stuff. I got to like bring that muscle memory back. So anyway, okay, a few things I wanted to mention. So yesterday I did a surprise live and I talked about the May Craft Along kit. So registration is open for that through Sunday. It's going to be awesome. And in that video, I mentioned something. I don't know if you watched it and you heard it, but I'm going to just talk about it right here because I did get some questions and also I had some like prayers and things. And so I have like kind of a change. Okay, so in that video, I said that I'm not doing any class to goes in May. And I prayed about it and all that good stuff. And I decided that that's crazy and I miss it so much and it's out of my routine and I just want that back. So I am going to start class to goes again next week. Okay. So if you were like, oh, I'm going to miss that, it's coming back. I was a little bit unsure with May with Mexico. We've got both kids are in soccer. I've got another good friend who's in lacrosse and I'm going to her games and just all the things happening in May. I just didn't think I could pull it off, but you know what? I miss it. So we're going to pull it off. Anyway, so that'll be back next week with the Hearts and Hugs bundle. So I'm excited about that one. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. So May Craft Along. The other thing that's going on right now is retreat. So the Stampin' Cross Country virtual retreat for summer 2024. That is a huge mouthful. So I'm just going to call it summer retreat. So yes, I sure do. I do. I pray about it. And, sometimes it's really hard because it's like, is that you, God? It's like, is that your voice? I don't know. So anyway, but I just felt really overwhelmingly like I said that in yesterday's video. And then last night I just didn't feel right about it. And I prayed about it and all that, slept on it. And then this morning I had multiple signs that were like, do it. And I was like, okay, all right, I got it. So we're doing it. So anyway, and I just really love it. You guys know that when I started as a demonstrator, it was for the hobby. So I should say every demonstrator who does classes will tell you that they have like 2 time frames. It's when they were a hobby demo and when they decided to start doing more. And so my second phase, I really wanted to do classes. That was like my big thing. I just love classes. And so that's how I do it. I love to do that every single week. So anyway, retreat. Let's go back to retreat. So that registration also closes on Sunday. Now retreat is June 7th and 8th. It's a Friday night and a Saturday, kind of all day. It's, I I want to say it starts at 10 Central Time. With all the time zones, I might be wrong on that. But I think it starts at 10 Central Time and it'll wrap up around 6 Central Time. So it is kind of all day, but you don't have to be there all day. Because of some changes that Facebook has made with streaming, live streaming into groups, we're actually going to host all of the videos on YouTube. We're still going to have that Facebook group that you can join for all the fun. So we'll just call Facebook the fun place, the community place, and YouTube is where you'll watch all the videos, which is great because then we can put them in a playlist and you can have them ready to watch after the fact, whether you want to watch them again or you need to catch them on replay or whatnot. So anyway, retreat registration also closes Sunday. Now, if you need registration links for anything, please go ahead and email me, melissa@stampwithmelissa.com, 1L, 2 S's. You can kind of see it right here, right? But I always have to mention that because sometimes I'll have people message me and say, I emailed you and you didn't respond. And I'll say, well, I never got your email. Oh, I sent it to the wrong address. So that's my disclaimer. Okay. 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 Let's see. What else do I have to talk to you about? I don't even know, you guys. Everything and nothing all at the same time. Actually, I do have something to share. Let me flip my camera down so you can see my desktop. So this beautiful new catalog launched while we were gone. I did wake up at 1 a.m. to place my product share order, my own personal order, all that good stuff. And you guys have been loving it. And I love it too. So this is like the first time I'm going to open this catalog on camera because now I can. Look at that. Isn't it so beautiful? So pages 34 and 35 feature this Mediterranean Blooms suite. This is what I'm featuring all week long on my blog. It's also my feature for May Club. So I'm going to show you those cards in a minute. If you're a current club member and you don't want to see the cards, I will tell you when to close your eyes. But one thing I wanted to just talk about, since this is the first time I'm opening the catalog on camera, you know that this is if you've received your physical copy, or even if you've looked at the PDF, you know it's set up a little bit differently than in the past. And change is hard, okay? But overwhelmingly, you guys have been very positive about it. Or if you aren't feeling negative at all, you haven't told me, so thanks. But I honestly do love it. It is more of a tool. And yes, of course, there's product in here, but it's more of a tool to use whenever you need like a reference. Like there's sketches, there's color stuff. It's just really awesome. So it's broken down into a couple of sections, and I just want to high level talk about those really, really fast. So this first section that I skipped by so quick, this is called step-by-step crafting. So think of this. I know I love this bundle too. Step-by-step crafting. Think of this as kits, right? You can see the picture here of the kit. So this is going to be for a new crafter. It's going to be for somebody who just wants to put something together. Maybe you're traveling for a while or you're in an RV trip or whatever, and you just want to like put something together. This is going to be great for that. And I also really like to use kits, which are in this section. So we'll say this section. I like to use them as gifts. So my 9-year-old niece, she loves doing our kits. Every time she's over here, almost every time. Can we craft today? I'm always like, go pick a kit. I don't care. I got a stash of them over there. I'm always like, go pick one. I don't care what you do. Absolutely go craft, because you know what? I can always buy more. So as long as she's having fun creating. And I always tell her, you have to send the cards, Kylie. You can't just keep them. She might be a little bit of a hoarder, but don't tell her I said that. Anyway, so here's a couple of kits. All of these are the 3 of these that are shown here. And then this one over here, these are currently available in the online store. So go and check them out because they're awesome. You can see some paper pumpkin. Okay. So then the next section, these are the quick and easy options. And these are like slightly stepped up, right? Because with a kit, you can just like put together, you just need the box, you put together everything, and then you can throw away the box or do whatever you want with it. And then you're done. You don't need space. You don't really need time, not a huge investment, whatever. So quick and easy options is like the next step up. This would be like a casual crafter if you are familiar with that term. And so this, if you took advantage of my Mexico ordering special, you'll notice that I am including, which by the way, they're on the way. But I, for the Mexico special, am giving you a pack of the cards and envelopes and the ephemera pack. And these are really cool because there's 2 different options for the cards and envelopes and 4 different options for the ephemera packs. And you can just mix and match and make beautiful cards. So here's samples here. And there's also a few stamp sets that are like very, not basic. Oh my gosh, Margaret, you are so correct. She said, I think we're all card hoarders to agree, unless we make more than one. Yeah. That's true. Anyway, so there are some sentiments here. So these are like your basics, like hellos, happy birthdays, thanks. And they're also great for those of us who have a collection as well, right? So here's lots more mix and match samples, you know, all that good stuff. Page 22, there's 22 card sketches on the bottom of this page. I have been referencing this section so much because it is such an awesome resource, and I love that there are so many different ways you can make the layouts work. So this is a really great section. You guys know I love card sketches. There's a couple more stamp sets, you know, et cetera, okay? All right, we're not going to go through everything. So, you know, all right, creativity your way. This is the last section. This is the biggest section. This is the one that all of us who love paper crafting and have our own little space for it, this is for us. This is the I want all the things section. Okay. Or I should say the I'm going to make whatever I want to make. So starting on page 34, this is where the suites start. And this is what I absolutely love about the catalog now is that all of the suites are grouped together. So no more flipping through the catalog to try to find where all the suites are. They're all here together from page 34 to page, I think it's 55. Yep. To page 55. Those are all suites, which I think is incredible. Then it flips to all of the bundles. Okay. I'm going to put my stamp set in there so I don't lose that page. But so starting then on 56, technically 57, these are all of the bundles. Now, everything that's large like this, these are all the new sets. So there's no like little end to tell you it's new anymore, but the big ones, those are all the new sets. Okay. So you go all the way through the bundles. These are all the new ones, like I said. And you get to this section on page 74 called Encore. Now, these are sets. They were formerly bundles, as you know, once a bundle is introduced, when that catalog goes away, the bundled pricing also goes away. So these are together like they're bundles, but you do buy the pieces separately. Okay. But this is in the Encore section. These are all of stamp sets or former bundles, right, that are grouped together and were shown in a previous catalog, okay, or previous publication. So you can see all of these here. Super duper fun. I'm excited to play with Autumn Leaves more, but you can see, so those are all returning, okay? And then it just keeps going through. You can see here's like kind of a cool like demonstration of a technique you could do, and there's a couple stamp sets you could do it with. Again, these ones are both returning. And then again, here's a large stamp set, right? That one is new, but here's some other ideas with small. These ones are returning, et cetera, et cetera. So you get the idea. But then you go to the back right here. You've got your storage. You've got, look at, this is just a giant thank you stamp. How cool is that going to be? And you can just like keep going, but see all the different fun ideas. This sweet pea set. I love it. And I had to order this set, the Let's Wander. It was not on my list, but I had to get it because of the soccer cleat and the Let's Kick It, because both my niece and nephew, Kylie and Russell, they both play soccer and they're both like elementary schoolers. So it's cute to like give little gifts to their friends, right, at the end of the season. And I thought, I can't not. Plus for Kylie, she's been playing with the same team since kindergarten. And so between fall, spring, summer, this is probably like her 10th team she's been with. And all the girls have mostly like 80% have stayed together since kindergarten. So I know a lot of the kids and the parents because, you know, I'm one of those soccer aunts. I don't miss a game. Anyway, then you see the ribbons and the embellishments. I love that the embellishments are so large so you can really see the detail on them. You get into adhesives and you get the idea. So it keeps going. But that's just a little mini walkthrough of the catalog, not to take up too much time, but just kind of just a brief overview. So let's go back, page 34 and 35. Mediterranean Blooms Suite with this beautiful citrus blooms bundle. Super fun, super summery. I'm going to open it for you. You can see I've got my stamps mounted. A few are missing because we're using them today. And then there's these really awesome set of dies. So these ones, of course, you've got some leaves. You've got some dies that cut out your stamped images. You've got these. I mean, you could use these as stars because they're 5-pointed, but they're flowers, I think. And then you've got this really cool one. So this is a label die, a giant label die. And then you've got this cool little like leafy pattern. I'm going to show this to you in a card in a minute. But this cool little leafy pattern that actually has like the edges that line up with this label here, right? So you can die cut them out together or use them separately. So, and then this one, which also coordinates in the center, which is just like a cluster of leaves. So I think that that's just really, really fun. And I just love this set so much. So before I show you the card we're going to make together today, I'm going to show you my club cards for this month since we're using the set. So if you are a current Club Create member and you don't want to see the cards, close your eyes and I'll tell you when you can open them, okay? But close your eyes now, all right? Okay, so these are the 4 cards we're going to make in Club this month. You get to make 2 of each of them. So here is that label I was just telling you about here. So I used the label die cut with the leaves in the middle, and you can see it all cuts out as one piece when you use them together, which is really cool. So that's one of the cards. Here's another card. So beautiful, so fun. This one I just used the label to die cut the DSP. Here's another one of the cards. I love, love, love this one. I just really like the colors. And then here's the final card. And this one, not really a fun fold, but kind of like a fancy card because this comes out here. So it's like a pocket. So anyway, so those are the cards. Okay, you can open your eyes now if you had them shut. Those are the cards we're going to make together in Club this month. So Citrus Blooms bundle. If you are not a Club Create member and you would like more information or to sign up, you can. Yes, it was the new beige. It was. Good eye, Debbie. You can head to my website at club.stampwithmelissa.com. Check out all of the information. You are always more than welcome to reach out with any questions. You're not a pain. People always say, oh, I'm so sorry to bug you, but you're not bugging me. I'm here to help you. So just ask the question. So anybody in the US is welcome and invited to join Club. We would love to have you. It is $45 a month. It includes the supplies to make all of those projects, 2 of each, so 8 total. It includes a goodie bag valued at about $25 in Stampin' Up! Products. So that's stuff you'll use on your cards. You'll have leftovers. I was going to say leftovers left over. What was I trying to say? You'll have extras left over. Yeah, how about that? Words are hard. You'll have extras left over so you can keep creating more projects, which is really awesome. You also get a detailed PDF tutorial with pictures, measurements, instructions, supplies, and you will get, that includes your shipping, and it includes access to an exclusive Facebook group where you can share your projects, whether they're these or more. Oh, thanks, Lynn. It includes access to our club birthday list, which you can join or not. It's up to you. But if you'd like to receive cards for your birthday, you are welcome to join our club birthday list. And yeah, I think that's all the stuff. Oh, and if it's your first time signing up for Club, you do get a gift in your package. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you do get a gift from me in your package for your first month, and every 6 months you're subscribed, you get a $25 goodie bag as well. So, and you don't even have to remember it's your anniversary because I just include it for you. So that's how nice it is. Anyway, so if you have questions, let me know. But the last day to get in on Club is May 20th, which is already less than 2 weeks away. Yikes. That's going to be here fast. So anyway, okay, so there's that. Let me show you a few more cards made with this set. These are the ones that I'm sharing on my blog this week. So here's this beautiful All the Love card. This is the card I made for the Mexico swap. So I made this one for the card swap, and it is super duper fun. It features this circle here is from Spotlight on Nature dies. That bundle, you might overlook the dies if you don't like the bundle. Let me see if I can find it really fast. Actually, watch this. We'll go to the index in the back. If I don't flip past it, come here. There we go. We'll go here and we will look up stamp sets, and we'll look up now. Spotlight of Nature. I was like, I forgot what it's called now. 69 right here. Okay, so you might not be interested in the stamps. Check out these dies though. They are really incredible. All circles, a bunch of different sizes, not to be missed. Add them to your next order. Okay. So anyway, so this is the one I did for the swap. And yeah, so we had to make 26 for the swap. So I ended up making 28 so that I had one too. And it worked out really well. So anyway, that's that card. And then this one will go up on my blog tomorrow. And I love this one. So this uses one of the sketches on page 22 of the catalog. And I just really love how this one turned out. So I was originally not going to put this square behind here, but then I was like, oh, it needs something. And you guys know I was going to go for vellum, but I can't anymore because we don't have it anymore. So we can just cry some tears for that. But anyway, I added some Night of Navy here. And then in the background stamped is the Leaf Collection background stamp. So this one is really fun. I added some heat embossing and I just love it so much. A great way to use up your scraps. And then this is the one that will go up on my blog on Thursday. I know the blue with the yellow and orange is so pretty. I agree. So this one will go up on Thursday. This one I've got Early Espresso and Crumb Cake. And then this die right here is from the Unbounded Love dies. Another really great one. We're using that for our Maycraft along this month. Those dies again, even if you don't want the stamp set, don't sleep on those dies. Okay. So this one is super simple, really easy to put together. And then I use the leaves from the bundle here to just peek out. So the DSP is telling that citrus story instead of stamping and die cutting the actual oranges. So okay, so let me show you the card we're going to make together today. So this is a Double Dutch Fun Fold card. Or a Double Dutch door. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm like, it's one of those. It's two of those words. Double Dutch door. I think it's a Double Dutch card. I have it named correctly in my email. So to bring you to that, I'm going to show you how to make this card tonight. Now, if you would like the measurements, the supplies, the PDF for this card, so you can make one yourself, whether you use this set or something else, make sure you are on my email newsletter. Okay. Go to newsletter.stampwithmelissa.com to make sure you're signed up. That PDF is going to come out tomorrow, Wednesday, May 8th, 2024 at 12 p.m. noon Central Time. Okay, so you've never made a Double Dutch Fun Fold. Well, you're going to. Hi, Patricia. So that PDF, it's going to go out for free to my email newsletter list. You just have to make sure you're on it. So, and it's going to have all the information on this card and how you can make one yourself. Okay. All right, so let's make this together tonight. I'm going to show you what I've got here to use. So I've got a piece of thick basic white. I've got my little cheat sheet here because we need to score this. And there was no way I was going to remember what the score lines were. I've got some lemon lolly. I've got some basic white. These two pieces are for the inside of our card. So I'm just going to sneak them off to the side right there. We've got a peach pie, a new in color that is going to go on the outside. And we've got a basic white square that's for our image. And then we've got 3 pieces of DSP already cut. Again, I don't really remember the measurements off the top of my head. It'll be in the PDF tomorrow, okay? And then we've got a little peach pie strip for our sentiment. So let's go ahead. We're going to build this card. So I'm going to just move my little cheat sheet here off to the side. I'm going to move these pieces as well. And I know I usually like to start with stamping, but I think we're going to just start kind of like bottom up on this one. So first step, I've got my trimmer. I got to pull out the arm here because it is longer than 6 inches. I got to see which side is 8.5 this side. Okay, so on the 8.5 side, I'm going to score at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8, which is like hidden right here in the little crevice, and I don't like that. So I'm just going to flip this and I'm going to score at 2 1/8 again. Okay, it's the same on both sides. Okay, so then we're going to flip it. This is the 8 3/4 side, the longer side. It's hard to tell because it's almost square, but it's not quite. And this one we're going to score at 2 1/4 and 5 1/2. Okay. All right, so that one is not quite symmetrical like that 8.5 inch side was. You can see that there's kind of like a larger section here versus a smaller section at the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll fold and burnish on the score lines. And you can just, have fun. And I am going to give you another tip when we're all done with this card. I'll show you something that you can do, but this is kind of how I would recommend starting. And then as you become pro, unlike me, I wouldn't consider myself a pro yet at this fun fold, but as you do it more and more, you might come up with some ideas, some things that you might want to change about it. So, okay, so what I need to do now is we've got this larger section here at the top. Let me open this card to show you, right? So what we've got is these smaller, they're not quite square. They're almost square. They're 1/8 of an inch off, but these little, we'll just call them squares for ease. Okay. They're not really square though. These are what we're keeping, and the rest of this we need to cut off. So as you can see here, right? So this is just like this. We need to cut off these sections here, okay? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pull back in my trimmer now. If you like fussy cutting, if you've got a straight hand, you are more than welcome to do this by hand. But that's not happening for me, okay? Okay, all right, I'm actually gonna flip it this way. And we're going to go back to that 2 1/8 inch. Okay, so this score line is lined up in my trimmer. I'm going to grab my blade and come all the way down, and you can actually see through your clear ruler here. Let me scoot this up a little bit so you can see. And I'm going to get my head over this, but there's a little mark right here. This is on the Stampin' Up! Trimmer. There's a little mark, and that tells you where the blade is sitting, okay? And I'm going to just put that mark right on this score line and cut up. Okay, so it's going to cut that for me. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. So there's 2 1/8, and I like to start like into my cardstock and then, you know, cut away instead of cutting in, because I just feel like you get the hardest part done with getting that lined up. I like to, you know, get the hardest thing done first. A new fold for you. I'm so glad. Okay, so now you can continue to use your trimmer, but I trust myself a little bit more with this little bit. So we're just going to cut on this score line here all the way up there so we can get rid of this piece here, okay? Same thing, other side. And just trim that. So as you become more advanced or pro, as I said before, you might choose to not have this score line in the middle. This was just easiest to show you to demonstrate. You could, you know, get fancy and stop it, or, you know, whatever. But I just left it. And you can see it, it's in the back of the card, but I don't think your recipient is going to mind. It's not going to fold over because we've got those mats on the inside, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? All right, so we've got this all ready to go. So I'm just going to burnish it again because you know me, I like flat cards. And we are going to adhere our DSP on next, okay? Okay, so we've got 3 pieces of DSP. We've got 2 that, again, they're almost square, but not quite. So those are going to go on our little doors. And then we've got a larger piece of DSP here that's going to go on that top edge. So let's start with that one. And I'm going to add some seal and get it a little crooked, you know how we do. And then this DSP is directional, so I just want to make sure I have it right. So this is the top. I'm just going to flip it just to make it a little bit easier to adhere this down. Beautiful, just like that. Okay, so you can see that's the top of the card. Okay, and then again, what do you guys think? I think it goes like that. We're just playing with it. I think it's like that. What do you think? I don't know. When I cut these, yeah, look at, okay. I was going to say when I cut these, they were like this. So there we go. That's the direction. Okay, I'm going to flip these over. And again, not quite square. Okay, so we've got the slightly smaller edge is here. It's a little, it's 1/8 of an inch taller up the side of the door. Okay, so that's how you want to make sure you are gluing them, because otherwise, I'm going to do this upside down just so you can see. Otherwise, you can see that, whoops, that margin is going to be a little funky on you, right? So, okay, now I forgot which way this goes. Hold on. That way. Don't you love it? It's just so hard with this DSP. I feel like you could put it either way. And when you have such a small piece of it, who knows? Okay, so we've got the DSP added here. Let's go ahead. We're going to do the inside of the card next. So I've got this basic white piece for the inside of my card, and I am going to grab the large and small flowers and then the sentiment that says just checking in, because this is such a cute little card. And we're just going to stamp the flowers. I'm going to stamp them in the lower right corner here, just a couple, one of each. And then we'll just grab this just checking in and stamp that in the center, hopefully straight. Pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks, Gail. Oh, yes, Deborah hasn't made one either. I know. I'm excited for you guys to make these. Okay, and then we are just going to decorate the inside. So I've got my Lemon Lolly blends here. I'm going to use my dark one to do the center, and we'll just kind of add a little bit of detail into the petals just for some shading. Okay, and then we'll take our light Lemon Lolly and color in the rest of the flower. I feel almost a little bit backwards doing the inside of the card before I do the outside of the card, but you know, It's all good. Okay, so we've got that. Then we can go ahead and flip this over. Let's add some seal to the back. And then I've got a lemon lolly layer. Of course, we have to coordinate, and we're going to mount this onto here. Now, I do recommend having some sort of layer for the inside in your card. Because I used a white card base, I didn't want just the white base inside. I wanted it mounted on something, so I chose to go with lemon lolly. No worries, Liz. We're just glad you're here. Okay, so we can add some seal, and then we'll adhere this to the center of the inside of the card. And this one is fun too, because you could choose to have your door open the opposite way. Right. Okay, so then we've got our little basic white square here. I'm going to grab my messy scrap paper. You guys, I think I might need to start a new piece. I don't know. What do you think? I might want to start a new piece, which would be an entirely new piece, because this is my last piece of messy scrap paper. You have to let me know what you think. Okay, so we're going to ink this up with Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Beautiful. Close up our ink pad so we don't make a mess. And then I'm going to stamp this onto my, oh, I got ink on my finger. Okay, we'll have to clean that in a second. I'm going to stamp this onto the square. I'm trying to make sure that the stem at the top goes off of it a little bit, right? So it looks a little bit more natural. And the stamp is a little bit bigger than the square. So, you know, just is what it is. Okay, let's just clean our finger a little. Okay. All right, then we're going to color this in with some Stampin' Blends. Of course, we're going to use Peach Pie. Actually, I think I maybe used Pumpkin Pie in the original, but we're going to use Peach Pie today because it's new and it's so pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and color in the orange. By the way, did you guys see the really awesome deal where you can get the new ink colors in a starter kit in May? I about lost my mind when I saw that, because that is such a cool special. I think probably the best one I've ever seen. So you can get all 5 of the new ink colors. So Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, and Chai Shamrock. I just did that without looking at them. That was all from my memory. You can get all 5 of the ink pads, the Stampin' Right markers, the cardstock assortment pack. So you'd have 4 pieces of cardstock in each color. And the DSP assortment pack. You can get all of those for free in your starter kit in May, which is really awesome. So you don't even have to worry about buying them because they're free. So that's an $82 value. Plus you get to pick out $125 of stuff for only $99 plus tax. So it really is. I mean, the starter kit is always the best deal. And of course, my team is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. And I think you would be like sad if you weren't on it. But it is especially a great offer right now in May. So if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. Plus, after your starter kit, after you buy your starter kit, you don't even have to wait for it to be delivered. But after you buy it, you get a discount of at least 20% on all of your future Stampin' Up! Orders. And if you sign up in May, you get to stay a discount happy shopper through the end of September, no matter what. So, but I promise you'll want to stay longer because it's just awesome. All right. So I am using Old Olive now. And let's do a little bit here. So I've got my dark Old Olive. Now this is a judgment-free zone, as we all know. And you guys all know that Melissa has a really hard time sometimes saying goodbye to her Stampin' Right or her Stampin' Blends. And so I just wanted you all to know that I am fully aware that this light Old Olive blend is not doing so hot, but I just have the hardest time saying goodbye to it. And I have another one ready to go, but I don't know. I just haven't pulled the plug. Oh, thanks, Lene. Lene is one of my incredible crafters, and I love having you on too, Lene. You're so bright and positive and cheery, and you're just awesome. So you're incredible, if I do say so myself. Okay, so anyway, so if this coloring looks a little not the best, I know. You just bear with me, okay? I promise I'll replace this marker, just not right now. So anyway, so we're just going to color in these leaves. It just takes a little bit of extra effort because, you know, you can tell it's dying. It's running out of juice. And we're just going to color. And the dark Old Olive is doing just fine. It's my light Old Olive. And I think that's why I have a hard time replacing it, is because you buy the combo pack. So then I replace the dark one, even though the dark one doesn't need to be replaced, but I just replace them both at the same time. So I think that's why I struggle a little bit with actually replacing them. I don't know. Do you guys have that problem? I sure do. It's just like, you know, using a new Stampin' Cut and Emboss plate. Just can't do it. All right, we bring him back in Lemon Lolly to color in the flowers so that it matches the inside of our card. So again, we did the center of our flower and just a little bit into the petals. So we have some fun shading. And then we'll go in with the light Lemon Lolly to color in the rest here. So beautiful. And this one, I'm not going to die cut this out because I chose to leave this square as the center, like focal piece of our card, but you could die cut it out. Do I keep spare blends on hand? I almost am embarrassed. You don't even want to know. I'll show you at the end. Yeah, I do. That's why it's like, I don't understand how I have this problem. Which green do I use the most? Probably Granny Apple Green. That's probably the one I use the most. So, okay, I added some seal on the back. We're going to mount this onto our peach pie square. Now, this is the fun part. So we've got the top. I'm going to hold it in my hand and flip it. So I remember that that side is the top. Okay, I added seal just on that top piece. We're going to pull this back in. I'm just going to like lay this here center-ish. I know it's upside down, but we're going to just go ahead and I'm going to open that so you can see right on the DSP here. I'm going to add some more seal. Okay, so that when I don't get extra adhesive on here and keep my card shut on accident. So we're going to go ahead and just attach this. So then it opens. There's no extra adhesive here that will keep things sticky stuck when we don't want them to be sticky stuck. Okay. All right. Then I've got my beautiful little hello stamp and some pumpkin pie ink. We're going to stamp this onto a peach pie scrap. Still got to do a peach pie, pecan pie, pumpkin pie card. That'll be one of our color challenges one week because we just can't not. All right, so we've got that cute little sentiment. I'm going to close up my pumpkin pie ink pad. We're going to add some dimensionals. We haven't even used dimensionals yet on this card. Are we crazy or what? So we're going to add some dimensionals to our sentiment because no card is complete without a dimensional. Or 7. Anyway, so then we're just going to add this on the top left. I have it peeking over just a little bit. I think that's so cute. And then I've got these iridescent foil gems. These ones are really fun. And we're going to add these to our card. So we've got one large one. I'm going to stick that right there. One small one. We're going to stick that right next to it. And that is our completed card. How fun is this one? So again, if you want all the measurements, all that fun stuff, make sure you are on my email newsletter list. The link is in the description of this video. It's also just at newsletter.stampwithmelissa.com. And then I want you to join my Facebook group, Stamp with Melissa, a group to share and connect, because I want you to share what you make. Okay. Okay. I also do color challenges in that group every Monday. And so you need to partake in that too. Okay. Okay. I know we have all the pie colors and cherry cobbler. I know. Hey, but they're cute and they work and they're awesome. So here is the difference. This one I did use pumpkin pie on my orange instead of peach pie. So you can see a little bit of a difference there. I also use some different DSP, but you know, it looks good with all DSPs. So I am excited for you guys to try this fold too. So that's that. I'm going to show you my blend stash because I told you I would. So hold on. Wait for it. Okay. So I have these bins. Sorry, you maybe didn't hear me. I have these bins from IKEA and they're little, like, let's see, 6 by 10. And they're like 3.5-ish inches tall. Anyway, so these are from IKEA and got blends. I think that these are like 3 rows deep. This is like insane. Look, here's my old olive right here. This is my spare. Insane. It is what it is, you know. It's the same thing. Like I have I have cutting plates. I just don't replace them. And that's not even all of them. I have more in there. So anyway, okay, I digress. I'm going to go back on my face and just say thank you so much for watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun fold, and I hope you're going to give it a shot too. If you do have any questions about starter kit, I'm awesome. I don't know. Starter kit, May craft along, virtual retreat, card club, any of the things, go ahead and reach out. You can comment on this video, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. I do go back and read the comments. So even if you're watching the replay, I will come back and see those and answer them for you if I can, if I know the answer. Or you can also email me, melissa@stampwithmelissa.com. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.